Plant breeders just changed the game for 2026, and most gardeners have no clue what is heading to garden centers this season. 7 brand new perennial cultivars are about to land on nursery shelves, and if you spend your money before watching this video, there is a very real chance you will miss out on the most exciting plants released in years. These are not the same old varieties with a slightly different label. These cultivars have spent years in trial gardens being pushed, tested, and proven before earning the right to reach the public. William Scott here. Welcome to Golden Age Gardening, the channel that makes sure you grow smarter, not just harder. If this is your first visit, hit that subscribe button right now and join thousands of gardeners who never miss a new plant drop. Let us get into it. Before jumping into the list, it's worth understanding what separates a truly worthwhile new cultivar from garden center hype. Plant breeding programs at major horticultural companies spend anywhere from 5 to 15 years developing, trialing, and selecting a single new variety before it reaches the retail shelf. During that time, plants are evaluated for flower color, stem strength, disease resistance, drought tolerance, and overall garden performance across multiple climate zones. The 7 plants featured here have cleared all of those hurdles. They're not novelties, they're genuine upgrades. Share this video with any gardening friend who is already making their spring wish list because these plants deserve to be on it. New 2026 cultivars. Plant number 1, Delphinium. Violets are blue. Delphiniums have always been the crown jewel of cottage garden borders, but they come with a well-known frustration: floppy stems and unpredictable performance in summer heat. Violets are blue tackles those exact problems head-on. This new cultivar produces tall, dramatic flower spikes loaded with deep violet and blue blooms, each one centered around a crisp white bee that creates stunning contrast against the dark petals. What makes this introduction genuinely different is its structural improvement. Breeders focused heavily on stem strength so that the flower spikes hold themselves upright without constant staking, a persistent complaint with older Delphinium varieties. Violets are blue sits perfectly at the back of a sunny perennial border, where its height creates that layered, dramatic effect that makes a garden look professionally designed. It blooms in early summer and pairs exceptionally well with roses, salvias, and ornamental grasses. In terms of care, it wants full sun and well-drained soil. Give it those two things, and it delivers a flowering display that will genuinely stop people in their tracks. For zones 3 through 7, this is the Delphinium worth waiting for. New 2026 cultivars. Plant number 2, Dicentra Hearts on Fire. Bleeding hearts are one of spring's most beloved perennials, and Hearts on Fire brings a bold new energy to the entire genus. Where classic bleeding hearts lean towards soft pink and white tones, this cultivar goes full crimson. The heart-shaped flowers hang from gracefully arching stems in deep, saturated red, a color that is virtually unheard of in traditional Dicentra selections. The visual impact in a spring shade garden is immediate and dramatic. Beyond the flower color, the foliage and stems of Hearts on Fire have also been improved. The stems carry a noticeably darker tone, which amplifies the brightness of the red blooms and gives the whole plant a polished, ornamental quality. Like all bleeding hearts, it performs best in cooler spring conditions under partial shade with consistently moist soil. As temperatures rise in summer, the foliage will naturally die back. That is completely normal behavior for this genus, not a sign of trouble. Planted alongside hostas, ferns, and astilbe to fill the gap it leaves later in the season. Near entryways and shaded garden pathways, Hearts on Fire creates a spring moment that feels genuinely special. New 2026 cultivars. Plant number 3, Echinacea Gnome Red. Coneflowers have seen more breeding activity over the past decade than almost any other perennial genus. Hundreds of color variations now exist, but finding a true, deep red that holds its intensity through the season has always been a challenge. Gnome Red changes that. Large daisy-style blooms emerge in deep crimson tones and gradually brighten as the flowers mature, creating a dynamic display where a single plant carries multiple shades at once, younger blooms in rich red alongside older blooms in warm burnished tones. The plant itself carries all the practical strengths that have made modern Echinacea cultivars so popular. Sturdy, upright stems, excellent drought tolerance once established, and a long blooming window from midsummer well into fall. Bees and butterflies are drawn to the flowers throughout the season, and after bloom, the seed heads remain attractive through winter while also feeding birds. In the border, Gnome Red anchors itself beautifully in the middle zone, surrounded by ornamental grasses, catmint, or salvias.
This is a coneflower that brings genuine drama without requiring extra effort.
New 2026 cultivars. Plant number 4, Echinacea Coral Cranberry. 2 new Echinacea cultivars in the same season is unusual, and it reflects just how much demand there is for fresh colors in this plant family. While Gnome Red goes dark and intense, Coral Cranberry takes a warmer, softer approach. Its large blooms open in rich coral pink tones surrounding a prominent central cone, and the color shifts slightly as the flowers age, adding a layered, dynamic quality to the display that keeps the planting interesting for weeks at a time. Coral Cranberry was developed with improved stem strength as a key breeding goal. The flowers stay upright even through wind and heavy summer rain, which is a meaningful advantage in exposed, sunny borders. Full sun and well-drained soil are the basic requirements, and once established, this plant is genuinely low maintenance. The warm coral tones create beautiful contrast when planted near cooler purples and blues. Try it beside blue catmint or purple salvia for a combination that practically glows in afternoon sun. Pollinators work these flowers heavily, making Coral Cranberry a strong choice for anyone building a wildlife-friendly garden. New 2026 cultivars. Plant number 5, Epimedium Hugs and Kisses. Difficult planting spots, dry shade under trees, narrow beds along north-facing walls, areas where nothing else seems to want to grow, those are exactly where Epimedium earns its reputation. Hugs and Kisses is a charming new cultivar from this tough and often underappreciated genus, producing clusters of delicate bicolor pink flowers in spring. The blooms carry light pink on the outer petals and deep mauve centers, creating a refined two-tone display that rises just above compact mounds of tidy foliage. What sets Epimedium apart from most perennials is its ability to thrive in dry shade, a combination that defeats the majority of shade-tolerant plants. Once established, Hugs and Kisses requires remarkably little attention. It does not need frequent watering, it suppresses weeds effectively as a ground cover, and it remains attractive throughout the growing season, even after the spring flowers have finished. Placed at the front of shade borders or beneath mature trees, this cultivar adds texture and seasonal color to spots that most gardeners have simply given up on. Pair it with ferns, hostas, or hellebores for a naturalistic woodland planting. If you are finding value in this breakdown, now is a great time to like this video and subscribe to Golden Age Gardening. New plant content drops regularly, and the community here genuinely loves talking plants in the comments.
New 2026 cultivars. Plant number 6, Epimedium Woodland Elf. The second new Epimedium for 2026 takes the genus in a slightly different direction. Where Hugs and Kisses brings warm pink tones, Woodland Elf offers soft, luminous yellow flowers that appear in spring on slender stems rising just above the foliage. The effect is light, airy, and quietly beautiful, the kind of plant that rewards a closer look rather than demanding attention from across the garden. Woodland Elf shares all the practical strengths of the Epimedium family. It adapts to partial or full shade, tolerates dry soil conditions once established, and maintains attractive foliage from spring through the end of the growing season. In terms of hardiness, most Epimedium selections are reliable from zones 4 through 9, making this a plant that works across a wide range of climates. The best placement for Woodland Elf is along shaded pathways or beneath deciduous trees, where its gentle spring blooms can be seen up close. It pairs especially well with early spring bulbs, snowdrops, small narcissus, and wood anemones, creating a delicate seasonal combination that feels completely natural. For gardeners who want a truly low-effort perennial that improves difficult spots, Woodland Elf is one of the strongest introductions of the year. New 2026 cultivars. Plant number 7, Helopsis Athena Gold. Closing out the list with pure, unapologetic sunshine, Helopsis Athena Gold is a compact false sunflower that delivers golden yellow blooms from midsummer through late summer with almost no fuss required. The flowers strongly resemble miniature sunflowers, rising above robust green foliage on strong stems that stay upright even during heavy flowering periods. This cultivar is packed with full golden yellow flowers that persist at length, keeping pollinators fed from mid through late summer, and it fits beautifully in containers at retail as well as in the open garden border.
Compared to older Helopsis varieties, Athena Gold carries improved compactness, growing around 18 to 24 inches tall and 16 to 20 inches wide, which makes it versatile enough for smaller garden spaces and even large containers on sunny patios. It thrives in full sun, tolerates heat and drought once established, and is reliably hardy from zones 3 through 9. That wide hardiness range makes it accessible to an enormous number of gardeners across North America. In the border, position Athena Gold in the middle to back zone, where its warm golden color can anchor surrounding plants. Coneflowers, salvias, and ornamental grasses are natural companions. Together, they create a late-season combination that buzzes with pollinator activity right up until the first frost. For anyone wanting a dependable, beautiful, easy-care perennial that genuinely delivers season after season, Athena Gold is an outstanding choice. 7 plants, 7 genuine upgrades across some of the most beloved perennial families in gardening, from the dramatic height of Delphinium, violets, or blue, to the effortless shade coverage of the 2 new Epimedium cultivars, from the bold crimson drama of Dicentra Hearts on Fire to the golden pollinator magnet that is Helopsis Athena Gold. The 2026 season is giving gardeners real reasons to get excited. Plant breeding keeps pushing forward, and the results keep getting better. Stronger stems, richer colors, wider climate adaptability, and improved drought resistance. These are the traits that make new cultivars genuinely worth adding to an established garden. The plants covered in this video are not gimmicks. They are the result of years of careful selection and real-world testing, and they are going to perform. Before heading to the garden center this spring, drop a comment below and let the Golden Age gardening community know which of these 7 new cultivars is at the top of your wish list. Hearing what fellow gardeners are excited about is one of the best parts of this channel. If this video helped narrow down your plant shopping decisions, give it a like. It genuinely helps more gardeners discover this content. And if Golden Age gardening is not yet part of your regular watch list, subscribe now so every new plant feature, growing guide, and seasonal breakdown lands directly in your feed. The garden season is coming fast. Make sure the right plants are waiting for it. Golden Age Gardening. Grow with knowledge, grow with confidence.